I know you're here. You want me to teach you how to be an artist? No. I'm going to teach you how to be a lion. Now that you're completely confused what the hell this video is about, hi, I'm Adam from Lucidpixel. Welcome back. Today I want to talk about what I feel is the real thing standing between professionals and beginners. And spoiler alert, it has much less to do with drawing skill than you might think. Although drawing skill is absolutely important. Can't have an art career if you don't know how to draw, right? But I have worked with artists over 2.5 decades from every different range of skill. And I've seen consistently that the ones that tend to succeed the most, the ones that tend to get the most opportunities, the ones who tend to grow the fastest and have the best, healthiest relationship with art are the ones who take care of this first. Because I don't care how good you draw, if you're constantly beating yourself over the head emotionally and verbally, you're not doing yourself any good. So I'm going to share 3 mindset tips that if you don't know now, you're going to have to learn it eventually if you really want to get somewhere special with your art career. And the first one is you are what you blame yourself of being. And this isn't only an art lesson, this is a life lesson. It means that the words you use, the vocabulary that you use, that you weaponize against yourself can, and very often does, have a very damaging impact on your art career, on yourself, on your self-esteem. I've worked with artists that the art community out there would give their left arm to be. And when working with them, it blew my mind how they didn't yet have the confidence to take that professional leap and get out there. Once they managed to overcome that, they went from being people who were completely unknown, but being overwhelmingly talented, to being some of the most celebrated artists on the planet. And that's not an exaggeration. Think about the words that you use against yourself. Think about the vocabulary that you use to describe the challenges that you have. And I have challenges every day just like you, and that requires me to be in a place of discomfort all the time. But when I face that challenge, when I see that I'm looking at somebody that inspires me and I want to learn from them and apply that in my own sketchbook, apply that in my own painting. If I can't, I don't turn to myself and say, man, you suck. You've been doing this for how long? That's pretty pathetic. No, I say, I've just uncovered a very exciting and challenging learning opportunity. I can't expect myself to be a master of everything, but I can be very good at the things that I dedicate my time and energy to, and I dedicate a lot of time and energy to drawing. By doing this, you start to develop a much stronger and more objective perspective of who you are as an artist, a more honest perspective of who you are as an artist, and then you can start to use that as a technique, use that as building blocks to be able to explore the things that you want to improve and improve them. And a really good technique, if you want a really good way of approaching this, I highly recommend you check out Antonio Stappaerts' video, his why technique on uncovering and addressing and improving your weaknesses artistically. Now, let's flip this upside down. That internal dialogue can also be used for good. And when it comes to your artwork, if you're always only focusing on and calling out your shortcomings, you're never going to be able to take advantage of and celebrate your strengths. And you should be doing that. In fact, you should be doing that more than anything else. Because by being in an environment that is positive, that is nourishing, when you sit down to draw, it won't feel like a burden. It won't feel like you trying to overcome your shortcomings. It'll feel like an enriching opportunity for growth. And that's the mindset you want to be in if you want to have a long-term career. Number 2, learning is the essence of happiness. Find and seek every opportunity imaginable to learn something new. As Bobby Rebholz says in his videos, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. How you use that should be sacred to you. For me, when I wake up in the morning and I go to the gym, I'm listening to audiobooks. I'm learning about different types of philosophy and different types of psychology for personal growth. I come home, I sit down to make my morning coffee, I'm watching art tutorial videos and I'm watching art paint through videos. I keep myself immersed in a place of growth and learning. I just finished a 3-week vacation. I spent that entire vacation drawing. Why? Because I believe in hard labor? No. because learning and growth is my greatest passion in the world. What kind of a teacher and what kind of an art YouTuber would I be if all I want to do is close my book as soon as possible? No, I open it every chance I get. Number 3, take pride in the product or service that you provide others with. Every artist's true growth is discovering the type of art that you love most, looking inside yourself and exploring your passion, what excites you, what turns you on, what gets you up in the morning. However, if all you ever do is lock yourself up in your little box and hide yourself away and have some low-key aspiration of being a professional in the back, you can wait for the rest of your life. Nobody's going to discover you in your basement. So there's a certain point where you need to reach out and share what you do with other people. Whether you're thumbnailing and doing something loose, whether you're doing some final polished piece of work, whether you're doing things for social media, whether you're doing things for clients or for directors because you want to get jobs in studios, remember respect for your craft and to respect your audience. If you have a certain piece of work that you want to produce, remember that you are doing it for them. So you need to understand who you are, reach out to the right kind of audience that understands you. And when you do share your voice with them, the care that you put into your work, the passion that you put into your work will resonate to your audience. But if you have a whatever attitude about everything that you do, then how can you expect anybody else to care? If I sat down and did a YouTube video for you and said, yeah, today we're going to talk about just, how to fix up that brain of yours because, it's important to be serious and shit. I don't even sound like I give a shit what's coming out of my own mouth. No, I'm sharing this with you because I know this shit matters. And this is the stuff that's made a big difference in my life. The unexpected perk that also comes from the last few points that I've made with you is that it changes your personality. It changes your demeanor. Because when you're learning things and when you put care and love into what you do, that shows in your voice. It shows in the way that you express yourself. And people are very attracted to youthful, excited energy. Have you ever watched young kids playing? They are just absolute balls of enthusiasm. Everything is exciting to them. But for some reason, once we start getting into high school and we start getting very socially conscious, we start to dial ourselves down and put that flame out. Well, once you get out of high school and those social pressures don't matter, you need to rekindle that flame. And when you can be passionate, when you can be enthusiastic, other people will too. And that's what you want. Now, I have a bonus one for you today, but before I do, I'm gonna make a quick shout out to a couple of YouTubers. I've been creating this long list of YouTubers in the description of my video. Check out that list. If you see your favorite YouTuber in there, awesome. If you don't, let me know and I'm gonna add them to the list as well. Javier Can Draw, Javier. And he made a video that I just watched this week, the first I ever saw, where he was doing a compilation of all the most important tips he's learned from all these different artists, these professionals online that he loves. Fantastic video that really hits at the heart of a couple of things that can really help you level up this year. Go and check it out. I'm gonna leave it in the pinned comment at the top. The second is a YouTuber who all of you must know by now, Hardy Fowler. He's hosting his second, I think it's his second, Battle of the Brushes, which is an art competition that he just launched a little while back and didn't expect to get this incredible response that he has. I had the honor of being able to judge in the last one. I would happily do it again. And the feedback that everybody got from me and a couple of other amazing professionals, including Cynics, for instance, really blew all of these artists out of the water. So go check out Hardy's channel and check out the competition and join it ASAP because it's not going to be around for long. Now, the bonus one. Art is not what you do, it's who you are. And I'm addressing this to every type of artist. Fine artist, illustrator, concept artist, and designers. You know designers, the one who say, it's not my passion, I'm just technical master. No, designers as well. When you treat art not as some hobby, you don't treat it as some side hustle, unless of course you have another career and you don't care, you're just doing it for fun. If you really do take art seriously, treat your art not just as that thing that you do with pen and paper. It is an all-encompassing part of your life. The fashion that you wear, the way that you communicate, the communities that you hang out with, if you can, the way you decorate your room, the way you decorate your space. Immerse yourself in this. Let it become a part of your life because artistic growth happens not only in your sketchbook, but it happens in the world around you, all of your experiences. And when you have this antenna to the world around you, like they say, it's the law of attraction. You start to attract and be conscious of and receptive to artistic stimuli all around you. One of my favorite examples would be John Howe, the lead concept artist and art director for Lord of the Rings, the Tolkien artist. Him and Alan Lee were the two ones that worked with Peter Jackson. This guy is a total nerd. He owns armor and weapons, and even the way he speaks is poetic and ancient. He's so inspiring to listen to. One of my personal favorite artists of all time, and that will nourish your soul as an artist. With that said, thank you for sticking it out with me. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, then hit the subscribe button and also subscribe to every one of those lists. And again, if you don't see your favorite artist in that list, let me know in the description below and I will add it ASAP. Cool? I love you all with all my heart, and happy painting. Take care.